Hi, everyone. I've got the Oakville real estate numbers for March 2021, and they're a little bit bonkers, as I'm sure you've heard in the news headlines everywhere. Real estate, I think, clear across Canada has been a little bit out of control or on fire. But when you look at those numbers in terms of Oakville, you'll see that our sales were up 120% over March 2020. Now, if you remember March 2020, I'm not sure if anyone does. So we had a really strong start to the month, and our numbers were on track for a record-breaking year. And then when we went into shutdown mid-March, everything stalled. So those numbers aren't the same as if you were looking at February 2020, because it was the start of the pandemic. So, and for the first start of the pandemic, everyone was at home and we stalled for a little bit and then picked back up, and we've been ramping up ever since. So, up 120% is a bit misleading because it was growing, or because March was a particularly bad month in 2020. Our active listings are down, so that's what's putting all of this pressure on the market. We're down 32% on active listings over last March. We still have our months of inventory has been very low, or our absorption rate has been very low. So we're at 0.6 months of inventory right now, which means if you were thinking about selling, there's never been a better time to sell. And there's lots of buyers out there that are looking to purchase. So interest rates are low. There's lots of buyers out there and not a lot of products. So it is a great time to be selling if you're thinking about selling. Our average sale price is up 37% over March 2020, and our days on market are down. So it's faster to sell. If you look at the summary for what's been happening throughout this year, you can see that we've steadily been increasing our units sold. So in January, we had very little inventory. We had 250 properties on the market to choose from and 262 properties sold. And you can see that number is steadily increasing units available. And that's typical with any spring market. And you would expect to see more and more properties come on the market. But in March, it rose to 608 sales. So that's quite a lot of transactions under any circumstance for the Oakville market. So 608 sales in the month of March, 357 properties to choose from, 0.6 months of inventory. So if no new properties came to the market, everything would be sold within just over half a month. And our average price has jumped to 1.526. So our average sale price is way up. Interestingly, our median sale price is also up. It's only up about $10,000 over the month before, but it's up almost $150,000 over January. As always, this is important to look at because, as you know, real estate is about the product that you're buying. So everything is performing really well. We have very few months of inventory across all three categories here. You can see that the average sale price of a detached home in Oakville is $1.877. What I found interesting is the price of the condo is higher than usual, quite a bit higher than usual. So the average sale price of the condo this month was $900,000. So all of these charts are on my website. If you wanted to have a look, I'll include the link below so you can go directly to that, but it's at fionnagosling.com. You can find all of this historical information. And this is perhaps the most interesting, depending on what you like, piece of information, because of course real estate is local. So you need to know what's happening in your particular neighborhood and what things cost there, because averages across the city or the town don't really mean that much. If you had any specific questions about what was happening or what you think your home would be worth, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I'm very happy to advise. Hope you're all doing well, and talk to you soon.